Hi everybody! Hi Miranda! Hi Dee! Hi Lucy! Hi Hannah! And everyone else that's on their way. So we've got some fabulous trainers tonight. So we've got 3 people training that are delivering their first training for us on our weekly basic team training. So we're going to start off with Hannah. I'm really excited about this. So Hannah's going to give us a little bit of a run through about why our products aren't sold in the shops. So I'm going to hand over to the very gorgeous Hannah Scholes, who lives in Torquay, and she is an absolute inspiration to all of us because this girl is always stretching herself. So we all feel nervous, we all feel anxious about growing to the next level, getting out of our comfort zone. And a lot of us will just be like, oh no, it's easier just to stay like under my little blanket, all nice and cozy, I'll just stay right here. But Hannah is always stretching. So every time she sees herself thinking, right, there's my boundaries, my comfort zone, let's just stretch that a little bit further. So I'm really proud of Hannah for not only stretching outside yet again of her comfort zone and delivering a training tonight, she's always doing this. So please welcome the very gorgeous, very talented, very fabulous Hannah.
Okay, can you hear me? Or?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay, cool. So I'm doing my training on why our products aren't in stores and why we sell them through websites. So one of the reasons that we choose not to go with stores and sell our products through stores is actually because of the things that are going to store-bought products in order to make them last longer. So, for example, we don't have things like mineral oil within our products because they're premium rate products, whereas in store-bought stuff, there's mineral oil to kind of extend the life and longevity of like all of their products. So hair care, makeup, they all contain the mineral oil in order to make them last longer, so they can stay on the shelves for a bit longer, and therefore they're not having to keep rebuying things all the time. We also do our selling through websites in order to cut out the middleman. So we're paying less in terms of packaging, moving it on to stores for all the people who kind of deliver things, then stock in the shops and then selling it themselves. We're paying less for all of that, and advertising as well. Kind of we're reducing the rate of advertising and therefore having a good quality product, because all our money goes towards making these products and reinventing them and kind of using better ingredients towards our products, making sure they are top rate, rather than having all the other stuff that goes in that's cheap and easy to access, which actually makes the products kind of a little bit more not friendly for your skin, I suppose. So that's kind of why we tend to not use shops and stuff.
Fabulous. That was fantastic, Hannah.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. That was really, really great. And thank you for giving us that little bit of information, because I think when most people start their business, it is something that people wonder. They wonder why, if our products are, you know, as great as what we claim, why are they not sold in shops? That was a really great way to explain that and to answer everybody's questions who wonders why that is. So thank you so much for that, Hannah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now we'll go on to Miranda. So Miranda is our very gorgeous, lovely lady up in. Miranda, are you Northampton, the same as Claire, or not?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wait. No, I am more Cambridge based. Cambridge away.
Okay, so Miranda's from Cambridge. She used to be a police officer, no longer anymore though, and she knew Claire's husband. So that's how she connected with Claire Rousel-Smith, that is, sorry. And I first met Miranda at a DA that we did in the Camborne area. I think it was called Bourne, actually, the place. And she was an absolute ball of energy, as you will see from the training tonight. So she's going to do a bit of a training for us, her first one with us. So I'm really, really, really looking forward to this. So please welcome the very beautiful Miranda Gray.
Hi. Oh God, it's weird seeing my face on here. Right, I hope you can all hear me.
Yeah,
okay.
we can hear you.
Right, let me try, and I've done a little PowerPoint.
Oh, lovely.
I've never done one before, so hopefully it's all right. Right. Let me see if this is going to work. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to talk you through the detox oil tonight, which is the new from the new Rescue and Renew range. Not sure if many people have tried it yet, but I just thought I only got it a couple of weeks ago and I've been giving it a go, so I thought I'd talk you through that. So I'll just lead you through this presentation. So the oil is part of the new Rescue and Renew range, and there's 7 different products in the range, and they're all designed to complement each other. So the oil is it features the key botanicals from our best-selling nutrition products, and it is complemented with the botanical essential oils, which is really good because from what I gather, essential oils is new to our range, so it's really great that they're included now because a lot of people are asking for them. So the key botanicals that are included are dandelion extract, which contributes to detoxing effects, which promote the overall appearance of skin health. So really good if you're going through a detox, trying to clear your skin from other products that you've been using. Even better if you're going through the 30 days to healthy living. Turmeric extract, which helps to promote radiant looking skin, and ginger root extract, which counteracts the look of dull and sort of dry looking skin, so it enhances the appearance of your skin's radiance. So the key ingredients are grapeseed oil, which is really good for supporting your skin if it's looking a bit tired. Sesame seed oil, which is really good to help moisturise dimpled skin, so sort of that cellulite looking skin, and supports collagen to promote firmer looking skin. Argan oil, this is something that is, I think, it's become really like popular over the last couple of years. I've definitely seen it in more shops, like the Moroccan sort of argan oil, and that helps with antioxidants, vitamin E and essential fatty acids. And then you've got vitamin E, which protects the skin's moisture barrier. And as I said before, the essential oils, so from lavender, orange, anise and bergamot, which sort of help create the sense of calm and also add to the smell of the oil, which is really nice. So I've done some research, and these are the ways that the oil can be used. There's some obvious ones. So as a bath oil, the bath, but is the bath quite slippy, so it depends whether that's suitable for you. Dry skin oil, I have been using it for that, so you can just put it on your skin, just you can put it on when you come straight out of the bath or shower. Hair oil, I haven't used it myself as hair oil, but I have used hair oils in the past, and what I found is well, it's just come up saying my internet connection's unstable, so can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it was kind of dipping a little bit, but at the end, okay.
Sorry, it's because I live in the middle of nowhere. Hair oil, with hair oil, what I found is you've just got to start with a little bit and see how you get on. Don't put too much on, because otherwise once you put it on you can't take it off and you end up having to wash your hair again. So just start with a little bit. And taming flyaways, this is quite good. So if you put a little bit between your hands and then sort of, I get it quite a lot because my hair seems to go through phases where it will fall out and then grow back really quickly. So I get loads of little like another another load of hair growing through. So it's quite good to sort of tame them. So that's good. And then this was a good one I found. Cuticle oil. So if your cuticles get dry, or if you like doing a little massage on your hands, and I thought earlier, especially if you're into like watching YouTube tutorials and things like that, or even if you're watching Netflix or whatever you watch on telly, just sit there and put a little bit between your fingers and then sort of rub it into your cuticles. That's a good one. And then a lot of the ones that I found when I was looking online for uses for oil are not so obvious but interesting. Shaving oil, this is one that I found that there was a suggestion that if you use the oil and then mostly shave your legs and then use a scrub and then use the oil again, apparently it sort of exfoliates the skin, so you're left with a more smoother legs. I haven't tried that one, but it's an idea. This one for especially in the summertime when you've got a nice tan, hopefully. So for rubbing a little bit of the oil on your shoulders, sort of collarbone area and your shins. I know it's quite popular to try and make your legs look a little bit longer if you're into that. The only thing with that is if you're on holiday and you're doing that, make sure you're doing it once the sun's gone in, because obviously the oil's got no SPF in it, and you don't want to put oil on your skin and be in the sunshine, so just bear that in mind. I think it was Claire that spoke about this, but when you're going through the deodorant detox, which I'm going through at the minute, I'm on the Arbor deodorant now, but some people can feel a little bit self-conscious. What I've noticed with the oil is that it's got a really nice sort of delicate scent. It's not overpowering. It's not, you can wear it with a perfume, but I think it was Claire that was saying putting a little bit of oil maybe on your clothes or under your arms if you're feeling a little bit self-conscious whilst you're going through that sort of those first couple of weeks after coming off the aerosols. Putting it in an oil burner, so like the traditional sort of old school, used to get it from the Body Shop with the candle underneath and the oil on the top. The only thing with that is you should really add a little bit of water to it, because from what I've heard, if you just put the oil in and put your candle underneath, the sort of oil will burn off and you won't have a very nice smell. But if you put a bit of water in it, you can have a nice smell in the house. And the same with, you can get these really nice, I've seen them in John Lewis, they're sort of water diffusers where you pour water in, turn it on, and it sort of throughout the day the water is diffused around the room. You can put a few drops of oil in that and you'll get a nice smell around the room. I don't have one of them. I've got this sort of, this one here, which just clips onto the radiator, and it's the same. Just not a problem. And the last thing is putting on pets' paws and noses, another strange one, but apparently if your dogs or cats have got little sort of cuts or dry paws, you can rub a bit of the oil into that and that will help moisturise them. And also on that note, obviously because of all our products, they're consumable, so if they do lick it off, which my dog does, I put some on her paws earlier and she licks it off, but it's not going to cause them any harm. So my experience of it was I did take some pictures, because what happened was a couple of weeks ago, over Easter I got bought a big set from a high street spa sort of place instead of an Easter egg, with loads of products, and I did have a bath with them, and I know I shouldn't have, because I was detoxing my skin, but I got paid back for that, because my skin straight away was itchy, it was bright red, it was like I was sunburned, it was all scaly and nasty and horrible, and I know I shouldn't have done it, but okay. So it was good timing actually, because as soon as I did that, my oil literally arrived. I think it was already here or arrived the next day, so I just put a load on and straight away I could feel the benefit. It was almost like, because it was so scaly, it was almost like after sun on my skin. I could feel it straight away, and then I've been using it since then. Whenever my skin feels dry, I just whack it on, and the good thing is it sort of soothed my skin straight away. All the redness went down, and unlike other oils, it just sunk straight into my skin. It didn't sort of sit on my skin, and it didn't leave any residue, so I felt like I could get dressed straight away. I wasn't worried about it going onto my clothes, because that's the other thing with some oils, you worry about it, because I've stained clothes before with putting things on too quickly, and like I said before, the smell of it is really nice, so it's not I can't describe it. If you haven't smelt it, it's a bit, I think it smells, this is going to sound really weird, but I think it smells like pesto.
I can smell the grapefruit and the lemon in it.
Yeah, I think I can smell basil, which it doesn't say it's in the ingredients. I don't know if that's a combination of all the different sort of essential oils. I'm just sitting there sniffing it like a weirdo. But yeah, I think it's. I've got pesto in my head now, so every time I smell it, I always think of pesto. But I love it. I think it's great, and I've done a lot of research into it. So if anyone's got any questions or needs any more tips, those are just the rough ideas. Like if you're speaking to someone and they say, "Oh, what could you use that for?" Because I don't know, some things are more obvious, like moisturisers and face masks, but with the oil, people might be sort of stuck for ideas as to why they'd want it. So yeah, that's my experience of it, and thank you for listening.
Absolutely fabulous, Miranda. Are you all right just to stop the screen share?
Yes.
That was brilliant. I took so many notes there. It was unbelievable. Thank you.
That's all right. I can email it to you if I work out a way of doing it. So if you go
onto the basic team training page that we've got on Facebook, you can upload a document. You can maybe upload it there so everyone can see it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that, and then everyone will have it.
Fabulous. That was really, really great. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so that is the fabulous Miranda. Okay, so now we've got our final speaker. We've got a brand new district manager, and it's always great to have district manager stories. So Kristy joined the business sponsored by her friend Stacey Blackley. I think they knew each other back at school. I'm sure she'll go into this with you guys in a bit more detail anyway. So I first met Kristy only last weekend. I'd known her through an online friendship within being in the business. Blown away from day one of this girl. This girl's one of those, she's like Stacey basically, one of the people that once they've got their teeth into something, there's no going back. The back door's shut, they're only going forwards. Like, there's no point looking in the rearview mirror. It's all about going forwards. And Kristy's been not only one of these people that drives her business forward every day, but she takes time to help other people. So she's always down the WhatsApp, on the Facebook page, just supporting and helping other people. I think that's what makes us as an Arbonne company different to other network marketers, because yeah, we've got a great product, we've got a great compensation plan, but what diversifies us from other network marketers is we care about other people without any self-gain. And Kristy's definitely one of these people. She doesn't care if it benefits her or not. She's there to help people, and she is one of the names that I hear a lot of. Kristy Peyton. So I'm just so honoured tonight that she's going to share with us her story, her top tips to district, because she completed district last month in April. So I'm sure that you're going to have loads of notes that you guys can all take. So please welcome brand new district manager, Kristy Peyton. Woo!
Hello, like Danny said, my name's Kristy and I'm 34. And what I wanted to do tonight was briefly introduce myself to you all, because I've never had the chance to do that. And to be honest with you, I've never really had the confidence to. So I thought tonight's a night for me to introduce myself. First of all, I wanted to talk about how I met the lovely Stacey Blackley, who is my sponsor. We went to college together back in 2000. We studied leisure and tourism. After we graduated, we did lose contact for a little while, but thanks for the powers of Facebook, we reconnected back in 2007. And once she had a little boy, Wyatt, he was born a year after my little girl. We became more closer through our children, and we used to go to toddler groups together and such. And that's how our friendship blossomed even more over the last few years. I just briefly wanted to talk to you about my family. I have 3 children. I have 2 boys and a little girl. My eldest son, Owen, who is 14, and I have a son called Ethan, who's 9, nearly 9, and my youngest daughter, Evelyn, who's 3. My husband, Alex, he works for the Metropolitan Police. He's a detective constable for the Borough of Lewisham. His job is very stressful, and he works long, unsociable hours and has, on many occasions, had his days off and annual leaves cancelled at short notice. So as you can imagine, being a mum with young children, a small family, it's heartbreaking if we've made plans to go on holiday or days out and Daddy's got to go to work because he's been called in short notice. So this is one of the reasons why I decided that Arbonne, I wanted to join Arbonne, because hopefully eventually I'll be able to retire him, which will be lovely for him and for us to have him at home more. I was introduced to the Arbon products by Stacey, I would say about 18 months ago, and she got me trialing and testing, and after doing some trials I ended up buying products, but I fell in love with the makeup primer. As we all know, it was this year's 2017 best makeup primer for the beauty awards, so that's a good thing. I also trialed and tested the sea sauce spa range, the old version, not the updated version. I fell in love with the entire range, and I had to purchase it. It was like having a spa day at home. It was amazing. Other products that I tested was the fizz stick, and I'll never ever forget the time when we was at toddler group and Stacey said to me, "I'm just going to get a drink, do you want one?" And I was like, "No, I'm fine, thanks, I've not long had a drink." And she come back with this warm, amazing smelling drink, and I said to her, "What you got?" And she was like, "It's a fizz stick, do you want to try some?" And I was like, "Okay." I had a sip, hooked from that moment. I remember going home, calling her up and saying, I have to order some, you're going to have to order me a box. So I've been hooked with the fizz sticks since day dot, really, since she introduced me to them at toddler group. And another product that she introduced me to was the Shape It Up eyebrow pencil. And for those who were close to me, would know that I've never had real eyebrows. I always used to draw my eyebrows on. They used to start here and end up here. They were terrible. And Stacey used to nag me and she used to say to me, "Look, you really need to grow back your eyebrows." And I used to say to her, "I can't do it. I've never found a pencil that I've liked and able to train my eyebrows." And she was like, "Try this. I promise you it'll work." So I tried it, gave it a go. Within, I'd say, 4 weeks, I started noticing growth around my eyebrows, and then the way it glided on, it just felt amazing. I loved it. I loved the way it looked, and now they're fully grown back. They're fuller, and I can't believe it. That the Arbon eyebrow pencil just did wonders for me, and I'd recommend that to anyone who's struggling with eyebrow growth. What else is there? I decided to become a preferred client after my sister gave birth to her little boy. I wanted her to trial some products, the ABC range in particular, and as part of her baby shower gift. So I thought, what I'll do is I will see how she gets on with the bath and body wash. She's quite a fussy person anyway, and she likes her brands as such. So I tried it with her, and within a couple of weeks of using it, she called me up one day and she said, "I'm not being funny, nothing, but whatever you've given me to sample, I love it, and I won't use anything else for my baby now. It's amazing. I want that product. Is there any way you could source that product for me, because I want to buy the whole entire range?" I was like, "Oh my God, wicked." So I remember contacting Stacey and saying to her, "My sister wants to buy the whole entire range." And that's when Stacey said to me, "Why don't you become a preferred client and join and unite with your sister? You both can do it together. You take it in your name, and then you both get advantages rather than pay the full book price, so to speak. You'll get advantages for becoming a preferred client." So that's what I did. So we both joined together and become preferred client, and we got our free gift at such and such. And then later on, after spending many months as a preferred client, Stacey then introduced to me about becoming independent consultant, how would I feel about doing it as a business. And I was a bit worried because you don't know what to expect or anything like that. So she gave me a few videos to watch, and I was really inspired by them, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. At this particular time when she introduced the independent client status to me, Arbon had the offer on of joining up at half price, so I wasn't losing much at spending £28. If I wasn't going to pursue the business at that time, I was going to get better discount products, because for forever now I won't buy anything else other than the Arbon products. So that's what I did. So I become independent consultant, and for me to be able to promote, I needed to know how the products work for me. So I knew myself that I would have to invest a bit of my money into the products to know what they do for me before I can promote them. So for me to be an honest consultant, you need to know what's in these products. So that's what I did. I spent time and money investing in the products, trialing the products, loving the products, and promoting them to everyone, that my family, my friends, everyone. In particular, my best friend Stacey Deegan, she was hooked, who's now an independent consultant of mine, so I'm her sponsor, which is amazing. She was hooked on some of the products herself. She loved the whole business side of it, so she's, like I said, she's not long started herself. I think this is her 3rd week, so she's new, but she's getting there. Some of the products that I tested was the greens balance. Love that. I love that every morning with my Digestion Plus, a bit of fibre boost in some water. Also, I find it difficult to take the omega-3. So I thought it would be a better idea to blend it in my greens balance and take it that way, because I know the health effects of the omega-3, and I do like to take my calcium tablets as well. Wow, I've got myself confused now. So for me to be, the reason why I became district manager so quickly was I did invest a lot of time and money into my business, and for that reason I was able to promote my business honestly to those that wanted to know. And I just feel that honesty is the best policy. You do need to become the product to know the ins and outs of the products and how they affect you personally. Obviously everybody's different, but I just felt amazing on some of the stuff that I've been taking and using. You know, it's changed my life. It's just changed my life. So I've since then I've gained 4 consultants. 2 are active consultants. The other 2 at the moment, I'm working on it, are for the business, for the better discount. And I've also got 7 preferred clients who do regularly buy from my shop, and I do keep in contact with, and I do like to know how they're getting on with the products that they've purchased, such. And I think that's it really. I think that's my journey of starting Arban and becoming district manager. So sorry if it was quick. Thank you for listening.
That was fabulous, Kristy, and it's so nice because I already know how incredible you are, as does Stacey, and probably so does sort of the Blackley area as well, actually. But it's so nice for everybody else to see what a complete and utter superstar you are. So that was fabulous. Thank you for sharing your story. Okay, so that's all of our trainers for tonight. So while we've still got a little bit of time until it's the 9 o'clock call, I thought what might be quite nice is those of us that have got our cameras on that want to, nobody has to, might be nice just to share a little bit about yourself, how long you've been doing the business for, what it is that you do, anything you want to share, or maybe what your favourite product is. So Laura Green, I can see your beautiful little face. Did you want to share a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and what your favourite product is?
Yeah, go. Oh, one sec. Am I muted?
Yeah, I've unmuted you already.
Oh, there you are then. Yeah, so I'm basically Laura, and I'm from Sheffield. So I'm studying in Nottingham, and I started the business. Also, I'm a zoo biology student, so I'm sort of doing animal-related studies, and I'm really into trying to find. I was trying to find vegan products, basically, which is how I came across Arbonne. Was looking for some more natural things as well, so that's why I like the training on the oils and things as well tonight, because I love all that stuff. So I've tried now quite a few things, but I've done the whole 30 days. Like, this is all the makeup. Like, I am definitely from now on never going to use anything. And I actually the other day though had to buy shampoo that was really cheap because I've not placed the order yet to get Arbonne one, and I felt like I was just putting, I don't know, it felt like poison. So yeah, but yeah, no, I love everything that I've tried, and I actually don't know if this is from coming off the 30 days, but I do feel knackered, like I feel not that great, and I don't know if that's because I'm not doing it anymore.
Are you not doing any of it anymore? Like, not even having a shake a day?
No, and literally I was so hungry like 2 days after, and I was like, I don't know how I lived.
I don't know what I did before, because I'm just all the time I'm hungry. Like, I've come back and I'm starving and I've had dinner and I'm just like, I need to get back on the shakes. So yeah, probably 30 days is my favourite. But
Lucy Collins says she's from Sheffield too, and what are you cooking in the background?
oh, so I'm making, I'm doing a big food prep. It's basically, oh, my family's back. Yeah, basically like pasta, salad, and like chive sauce, and then some lentils for a curry tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for that, Laura.
Lovely. Bye.
Bye. Jane, did you want to say a little bit about yourself, where you are, where you come from?
Hello! I'm from Melton Mowbray, Port Pie Country, same as Danny. And I've been in the business 2.5 years. It was 3 years in September. I'm a district manager, soon to be area. My aim is to walk the stage this year at AAC, so fingers crossed. Oh, my favourite product, gosh, that's hard. I would say one of my all-time favourites is an oldie but a goodie, the CC cream. I absolutely love, because it's just so versatile and it's quick and it's easy and it gives lovely coverage, and you can mix a bit with your foundation and mix it up a bit. I love that product, but so many. The fizz sticks are amazing. I work as a care assistant and do 12-hour shifts, so by the kind of afternoon, evening, really need them to pick me up to get us through those last few hours. And I've just sold 3 boxes to people at work, because they're all like, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? I'm like, here, try it. And they're all like, oh my God, I so need those. So there's a girl on night shift who's having some. And then the manager, she tried them as well and she wants them. So they're going down well at work. And then I also home educate my daughter as well now. So really busy, but it's all good. It's all heading in the right direction. And yeah, love it. I'm an Arbonne lifer.
Fabulous. Thank you, Jane. Stacey Blackley, did you want to share a little bit about where you live, how long you've been in the business, and your favourite product?
So I'm in Croydon, just on the road from Kristy and my lovely Dee. And I've been in the business since January 2016, thanks to the beautiful Danny. Can't thank you enough for completely and utterly changing my life. Favourite product, geez, no. I don't use anything else but Arbonne. I think I need Arbonne Anonymous because I'm that much of an addict. Even if I'm desperate, I'd rather not use nothing else until my Arbonne order's been delivered. Or go to Dee or Kristy, go, I need fizz sticks. I think the 30 days to healthy living is completely changed my life. So I'm a massive advocate, and that's probably one of my best sellers within my business. As is the old sea sauce detox range was the biggest thing for me as well. But I must admit, I was really worried about them replacing it, but I have fallen in love with that and done skinny wraps with even better results. So I'm well chuffed. So yeah, awesome.
Fabulous. Thanks, Stacey. Does anyone that's got their camera off want to say anything about their favourite product? It's absolutely fine if people don't. If you do, either put it on the chat or just unmute yourself. Miranda, did you want to share anything? I know you've already been a trainer for tonight, but did you want to say anything about how long you've been in the business for, what your favourite product is? Hang on, let me unmute you. There we go.
Like Kristy was saying about the fizz sticks, exactly the same thing happened with me and Claire Alsall Smith. She was like, here, try this. And then I was like, where do you get them from? How can I get them? I need them. So, and yeah, I've been addicted ever since. So that I'm still on the 30 days. I'm on day 26, I think, because I started a little bit before the group. Love all of that. And what else? Everything. Like Stacey said, I'm like addicted now. I need a t-shirt.
I know, I love what you just said in the chat.
Yeah, we should make them. Yeah, we need them. Yeah, everything. I love it all. Nothing in particular, just everything. Just the catalogue. I've actually gone through the catalogue and started ticking things off that I've used now. So that it's like bingo. Yeah, some pages I've got it all.
I used to do that at the beginning, and I've still got that catalogue when I first started somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Miranda. Okay, Hannah, did you want to share your favourite product?
So I'm from Torquay, so there's nobody else in Torquay that does our one apart from Sophie, who's kind of stopped. My favourite product, I've got two. Probably the primer and the lipstick. I absolutely love the lipstick. I wear it all the time, everywhere I go. Lipstick's on, because the colour's amazing and it kind of is really moisturising on your lips, so it's great. And the primer is brilliant. I can't do without my primer. Because I used to use is oily, and the primer, obviously the argon primer is not. It's like really smooth and makeup holds really, really well. I'm absolutely in love with it. Take it everywhere. It goes everywhere with me. So yeah, those are my two favourite products.
Fabulous. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I just wonder if Heather, I've just unmuted you. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, would you be happy to share a little bit of information about, you know, how we talked the other day about how just informing people on what it's like to build an Arbonne business when you're completely blind, and a bit about your condition, because I think it might interest others. Would you be happy to?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I had to go into my settings. Hi, Miranda. Yeah, I had to go into my settings because my microphone and that wasn't on. But yeah, that's fine. So yeah, hello everybody. I'm Heather. Danny's my sponsor. She's an amazing person. I'm terminally ill with my condition. It's a rare genetic disorder. There's only about 26 other people in England with it. So yeah, I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm in a wheelchair and I'm totally blind. Last year I left education and I thought, what am I going to do now? I'm not one of these people that can just sit back and do nothing. But over the last couple of years, my disability has got really, really bad, to the point where I'm in a lot of pain, and I suffer a lot with depression as well because I can't do the things that I want to do and all that stuff. So I thought I need to do something, but I'm not going to be able to hold down a regular job because I'm gonna have, I'm in London tomorrow all day for an appointment. I've already had 3 this month, and I've got another 2 this month. So I have lots of hospital appointments. Some days I can't, I can barely get out of bed. So I thought, what can I do? Like, because I just can't sit back and do nothing. It's not me. And I found Danny. I'm not sure. We still can't work out how we found each other, but it was on Facebook somewhere. And I'd looked into network marketing a couple of years ago. I think I first saw businesses on Facebook popping up, and I inquired about a few of them, but none of them just felt right. And I think part of that was some of the people I'd spoke to had said that I was blind, and some of them were more than happy to help and others weren't. But then I found Danny, and I just thought, you know what, this business is, it's for me. So I spoke to Danny, and I didn't sign up for ages. Again, I think it was Miranda said she signed up when it was half price. That for me was a game changer, because I just couldn't afford the 50, is it 56, something like that?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money, it isn't, but I'm helping my dad and my brother out with a lot of stuff at the moment. My brother, bless him, he's always been able-bodied, but he had a nasty motorbike accident 2 years ago, so he's now in a wheelchair. We don't know if he's going to be able to walk yet or not, but so yeah, I'm helping them out a lot with money and stuff. So the £28 half price offer was brilliant. And one of my carers, I have carers 24 hours a day, but I live in my own flat, and I have a 2-bedroom, so they stay with me. And yeah, I got my startup kit, and one of my carers has taken some samples and a catalogue. And yeah, I'm not gonna be one of these people that takes it full steam ahead. I've got lots of ideas and stuff, but we're just taking it nice and slow, and that suits me down to the ground.
But I will get to the top. You will see me at the top one day, because that's just me. This is my focus now, and I will get there. But yeah, I was talking to Danny the other day, because I see some people on Facebook, friends of mine, have been talking about businesses, and how, when, like, if a shop, they have to have a ramp, or they have to be accessible, and not a lot of people knew, or still don't know, that even businesses on Facebook, so our type of business and other types of business, they also have to be accessible in the information they share. And that doesn't mean that they have to alter everything. And, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you have to make your business like this. It's not about that, and I'm not about that. I know some people are like, there's some people I have on Facebook, and they're like, oh, but this business isn't accessible, therefore they're bad. Well, no, people don't know, so they can't make a difference. And it's not about telling people what to do, it's about working with them and raising awareness. So some things that could help me and other blind people when you're posting is, if you have a photo, just if it's a photo with text, just a little bit of a description saying what's in that photo, because I can use, I'm using my phone right now, and my phone's got a speech program on it, but it doesn't interact with photos. It'd be brilliant if it did, but it doesn't. So yeah, just a little brief description of what's in the photo. I'm certainly not saying you have to change every information you share, but just making one more step. So you post a photo with the text or whatever you're showing, and add a brief description. That would really help. Also another one I've discovered recently is when people are putting I've got a friend that does another network marketing business, and when she's trying to grab people's attention, she puts loads and loads and loads of emojis. Personally, that's really annoying for me, because my speech program reads out everything. So if she's put 10 red hearts and 10 police car light thingies and 10 something else, it'll read every single one of them out before it even gets to the text. So that can be quite annoying. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions, if anyone wants to know any information, I'm always around to give advice and help spread awareness. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I don't really know what else to say. So yeah, thank you.
That was fantastic, Heather. And I completely echo everything Heather said. It's a learning process for all of us. And I certainly have never been a business partner with somebody that has the limited sight that Heather does. There are people within our team that do have limited sight, but not to the extent that Heather does. So it's been a learning curve for me as well. So I've definitely found it very interesting, the things that Heather's teaching me as well, such as you can't read the text from a photo or a screenshot. And that's something I'd never, ever have thought of. So I'm now trying to make a much more bigger conscious effort that when I put a screenshot on the team page or a photo of something with text on, she can't read that. Her speech reader doesn't read it out. So, and if we're all making these tiny little changes, it's not only going to help Heather, but it's going to help people that you sponsor into the business, and the people that they sponsor, because like she said, shops that you go into town have to have the accessibility. It should be the same for businesses online. So it's making those small changes. And like Heather says, I echo what she said, where nobody's saying you have to do that. But if we can just be slightly more accessible and slightly more open-minded to the other people that are out there, it's, you're building that diverse brand again. And that's what we are in Arbonne. We're all about trying to include everybody, and we're all about being open-minded and learning more. And Heather's always really happy to answer like my questions. And I've said to her before, like, do you mind me asking? She's always said, no, that's absolutely fine. And I think she would rather people ask and learn from what she's got to say than don't ask at all. So if you do have questions, whether that's because what you're going to post is going to benefit Heather, or because you're going to you're sponsoring somebody that is in the same position that Heather's in, either way, I'm sure, like Heather's just said, she's more than happy to help. So thank you, Heather, for sharing that.
That's all right. And also, no question is a silly question. I do have people saying, but this sounds really silly. No question is a silly question. If you don't know, you don't know, you know. And we only learn things by listening to others and, you know, raising awareness. So yeah, I'm happy to answer anyone's questions.
Yeah, and also just to add to that, if you've ever been to any of the product roadshows that Arbonne do, or any of the corporate events, so the global conferences or the UK conferences, you may or may not have seen this, but they always have seating at the front for people that have got limited hearing or limited sight or limited physical ability, so that they have got that support. So Arbonne Corporate pay for staff to come to the front and help the people. So they always have at least two. Oh God, what are they called? The people that do the signing. I think that are they called signers?
I'm not sure.
Those people. So they
Yeah.
always have at least two people signing. They also have the. God, this is going to show how totally like not up to speed I am with this. But the people that have got limited hearing, they have the. Is it the audio loop? Or something?
Yeah, audio loop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've got that, and they always have accessibility for people that are in wheelchairs or have got limited physical ability. And so I really like that about Arbonne, that Arbonne do think about all of that. So if you're ever growing your team and somebody is concerned because they've got limited hearing or whatever it may be, let them know that we're a company that we do genuinely think about everybody. And what Heather says, you don't know what you don't know. So if you ever come across somebody that you're not quite sure how corporate's going to be able to help them, just message them and ask them. They will always bend over backwards to do what it is that needs to be done, which is incredible. People that are speaking other languages as well have little earpieces with the translation. So we have the translation for the different languages, which is great. So anything like that, just know that Arbonne are always thinking above and beyond. Did anyone any questions?
It's the first company, sorry Danny, it's the first company, Arbonne, that I've really connected with and really felt like, you know, people understand. And that's brilliant as well, because, you know, as more people join, hopefully, that have got a range of disabilities, we can say that we are a diverse company and, you know, we cater for everyone. And I think that's a brilliant thing and a thing to show for Arbonne, you know, to say in the industry, we are a brilliant company, we support everyone.
Absolutely. Did anyone have any questions for Heather while she's on? Other than how inspirational she is. I know the chat's gone crazy. No, I think everyone's just...
That's all right, Miranda. If you're wondering how I'm reading this, I've got headphones in and, yeah, my phone's telling me in my ear that people are typing in the text. So, yeah, that's how I'm reading people's comments.
Yeah, I did read that in the beginning because I used to send Heather voice notes, and then I think I sent her a text at one point and I was like, how did you read that? And she's like, oh, I've got a voice reader, it reads it all out. I was like, oh, okay.
I was going to ask Heather, I don't know if I've unmuted myself, Danny.
Yeah, okay, that's Laura Green.
Yeah, I didn't know what products you'd used first and things, like what were the first Arbonne products you tried?
I haven't actually bought any yet. I've got the samples.
Okay.
That you get in, but I get paid next week, so I will be buying some.
Oh, fab. Have you tried any of the samples? What samples were they?
It's the RE9 samples. I haven't actually tried them yet because I've had the kit in my cupboard, and I didn't want to tell anyone that I had joined, so I wanted it to be a surprise. But I got it out the other day. One of my carers has taken a book. So yeah, I will be trying them though.
Oh, fab. Yeah, I've not tried that, but I like the calm set.
Yeah, I really want to get into the nutrition as well, because I don't have a very good diet, because of a lot of medication I'm on and stuff, so I'm looking forward to trying that.
Yeah, definitely. It's great. You'll love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you for that. Okay, so we've got just a couple of minutes left before the end of the call. Did anyone want to ask anything else to anybody on the call, to me? Anything that wants to be raised before we end the call, ready for our 9 o'clock one?
Oh, I just had one thing. I was just going to... Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was just going to put it on the WhatsApp. Does anybody have a visual of the new lipsticks on like wearing? I think Stacey tried some on, but does anyone have any pictures of what they all look like on?
No, but that's a really great idea.
It's only because I'm trying to pick one that suits me, and I can't, because I don't have them all on at once, if you know what I mean. I can't work out which one looks best. So I was going to look at everybody, try and find some of my skin colouring and try and work out what I'm looking for. But yeah, I was just going to put it on the WhatsApp. But if anyone knows of anyone who's got a picture of them all, if not, I might do one.
I'm not too sure. If not, to be honest, they look different on everyone because we've got lips as well. So that's what I noticed. Like, I noticed that when I went to GTC, we were all trying them on, and I had Lotus on. The other lady had Lotus on. We were like, "Oh my god, how is that even the same lipstick?"
Okay.
It looks completely different.
Yeah, because I think I've seen yours on WhatsApp, and I was thinking, oh, they look lovely, and then I tried some of the colours, and I thought that doesn't look right. Well, that makes sense then.
What do you tend to wear more of? Pinks, reds, or like browns, or like purples?
Well, normally like a neutral sort of pinky nude.
So Lily's lovely.
Yeah, that'd be like Lily.
I tried Magnolia.
Is that too light for you?
Or Willow, yeah, and it just looked like I had foundation on my lips.
Yeah, I think Peony would look nice on you.
Okay.
That's hot pink.
Yeah, because I've got the samples. I've been trying a different one every day, but I wanted to find a picture of someone with all of the different colours on, so I can think, oh yeah, that's that.
I think you should do that. You should get each of the samples.
Shall I?
Yeah, put each sample on, do a picture, wipe it off, do the next one, because I think that would make a great like collage.
Okay, that is my task for this week then.
Yes.
Okay.
Do the new lipsticks, are they long lasting like the other ones? Do they stay on well?
They seem to, yeah, because I've been using the samples and I put them on as my lipstick in the morning, and I would say, yeah, by the time I get to work, that they're as long lasting as, I don't know, because I didn't use the old ones.
I think they're the same as the old ones, to be honest.
Yeah, nice. Peony is gorgeous, my favourite colour.
Yeah, they're comparable to like high street. I would say they're premium quality.
I just wondered, because they said they're like a bit like a lip balm, I just wondered how long they last, but they sound gorgeous. I haven't got one yet, but they sound really nice.
They're really nice, and even a little goes a long way, because I've been using a lip brush to put them on, and every day there's still enough on there for another application.
Yeah.
Real. Thank you.
Fabulous. Okay, so I'll end tonight's call. So we've got our 9 o'clock call. This is the code for those that need it. I'll type it in the thing as well. 337 600 0859. So that's on at 9 o'clock. So quick toilet break. And then on that call, we're going to have weekly recognition, some updates of what's happening this week, and then a fabulous training. The training is going to be really good for any new people. So anyone that's joined the business in the past few months, this is going to be a really great training for you. It's all about the value. That's what it's called. So I will see you all at 9 o'clock in a few minutes. Thanks, everybody. And thank you for the trainers. Thank you, Miranda and Hannah. Thank you to Kristy. And thank you, Heather, for everything you've said, and to everyone else that spoke tonight. Bye, everybody.